It's all well and good being a very sustainable person during life, but what about when you're dead? Yeah? Did you think about that? No. Hi, it's me, Charlie, your favourite boy, talking to you about strange sustainability stories. This week, I'm talking to you about coffins, which, please don't click away, please don't. Basically, we have been talking this week on our website, thread.com, about a brand new type of coffin that is made using mushroom fungi that is grown underground and then decomposes within several weeks. You're probably wondering, why do I need a coffin made entirely of Mario's mushrooms? Well, was any of that alright? I don't know.
I liked all of it, to be honest.
Okay. Basically, traditional burial methods are actually terrible for the environment. The coffin itself is created of wood and metal, which causes pollutants in the ground, and cremations as well produce a ton of chemicals, which I struggle to remember what they all are. I ain't no chemist though. The chemicals included in burials range from carbon monoxide and even mercury for dental fillings that go, obviously, in your mouth. All of these problems that are caused from burials have resulted in a bunch of small startup companies around the world looking at ways to create greener burial methods. Some of the methods that these companies have been looking at vary wildly. One of them includes freezing bodies entirely and then shattering them into a million pieces, which is a bit of a disturbing image to have in your head. But the one we wanted to talk about today is a coffin made entirely of mushroom fungi, the stuff that comes from under the ground. This is grown in several weeks and decomposes very quickly, which reduces the overall carbon footprint of a burial and is also, it's a great conversation starter. Next time you're at a dinner party, talk about mushroom coffins. Or actually don't do that, that's a terrible idea.
If you don't want to be invited back.
Yeah, don't do that, that's a bad idea. So what is this new and weird sustainable coffin? It's called the Living Cocoon and it's made by a company called The Loop. It's made entirely of mycelium, which is a fibre you get from underground fungi. This material is a compostable alternative to the usual materials we have on our coffins, which are ordinarily made of wood and metal and varnished and have all this other stuff on them. And if you've ever been to a funeral, first of all, my condolences, and second of all, you've probably noticed how big the damn things are. They are huge, require a ton of land, and also don't provide any nutrients back to the soil. This new coffin, made by The Loop and called the Living Cocoon, actually helps to give back to the soil in the ground. And if you've been on Netflix recently, you may have seen a program called Kiss the Ground, which talks all about the importance of soil. Soil and climate change could help to drastically reduce our CO2 emissions in general, and this coffin may actually be helping. So when you die, you could be helping the future. Not only do these materials help to improve the quality of the soil that you get buried in, but they also increase the speed of the overall body decomposition process in general. Normally, in a wooden and metal coffin, it would take up to a decade for the entire body to completely disappear. In these new Living Cocoon ones, it would take only a few years after the cocoon disappears and then you become worm food. It completely quickens up the speed of which you disintegrate? Decompose?
Decompose.
Yeah, decompose. This means that the land can then be reused for other graves later, and it means that we don't have to use so much of our resources on just burying the dead to stay there permanently for decades and decades. Also as well, these new age coffins also lower the carbon footprint of a traditional burial hugely by about 9/10, which is mad. That is a madness. Weirdly, as they're coffins made entirely of mushroom fungi, they actually don't take that much time to make because you're not making them, but they take several weeks to grow in the shape of a coffin. So basically they put a mat out and then they put the mushroom fungi onto the mat that is shaped like a coffin, and then it takes several weeks to grow out, which is a bit weird. But hopefully you're not going to need one in the next few weeks after you order it, otherwise. They take several weeks to grow and they also take several weeks to break down. So as soon as they enter into the soil, they immediately begin to decompose, which is useful as obviously a wooden coffin takes literally decades, So this might sound a bit weird, but do you fancy picking one up for yourself? If you do want to buy yourself a coffin, which is a bit preemptive, I will admit, but if you want to buy one, you can pre-order one on the company's website right now. They're currently launching a First 100 scheme, which gives out bonus rewards for the first 100 people that buy into the system. Obviously, if you buy one now, you're not literally going to be given a coffin today. It's not that creepy. If you do choose to pre-order one, you'll be given a voucher that you can then cash in at a later date. And when I say you, I don't mean you, obviously, but somebody close to you can then cash it in and you can then be buried in your nice new mushroom fungi thing. 10 of them have been made so far and they're all in The Hague in the Netherlands currently, which means that anybody outside of The Hague, they can internationally ship, but obviously keep that in mind. And they also hope to grow their company and expand it further into other countries in the future. So we can all be buried nice and greenly? Sustainably. We can all be buried sustainably. In the end, everybody wins. The soil wins, the company wins, the environment wins. You don't win because you're dead, but everybody else wins, And that's the important thing. If you like this strange video, please leave a comment and tell me how you want to be buried. Tell me how you want to die. Let's go.
No, just be buried.
No, I'm not
We
going
might
to.
get some weird stuff in the comments.
No. Okay. If you enjoyed this strange video that was quite difficult to film, I'm not going to lie, leave a comment down below. Let us know what you think about these strange ass coffins and whether you think they're worth it or whether you're thinking about buying one in the future. Obviously, leave a comment, leave a like, subscribe. We still want to hit that 3K. I know it's out there. We can do it. Come on. 3K by Christmas. I'm smacking it out there. Let's go. 3K, 3K. If you want to check out more about this topic, we've got an article on our website, thread.com, which you can visit at the link, which I'm assuming will be down below. Thanks so much for watching, guys, and I'll see you in the next one. If you're still here. But one of the biggest ones that we wanted to talk about today is reusable, not reusable. For fuck's sake, you don't reuse the coffin, do you? Don't take the body out and put another one in. Madness.